You know, it's always easier to kind of get into the start of a City Skylines video when I start doing these streams because there's music going. I've got some good music and I can just get into it because I love the music from City Skylines so damn much. So, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining. At noon, this is the game we are going to be playing, and we have been playing Foosha, which we are back in, obviously, once again, because, well, I haven't started a new city anywhere else yet. I ain't ready to. And I think we're going to play this one for just a little bit longer before we start a new city and start doing some back and forth again. So, anyway, thank you for joining me once again, and let's get this on the road. Anyway, yeah, so today, as the title says, I am unprepared and ready to party. I just had a long week. It's been busy. I had to take care of all kinds of stuff. I got home. My car was absolutely messy. I had to take care of that. So much going on that I just didn't get a chance to sit down and actually put some time into doing anything with the test build on today's, for today's video or anything like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and, hey, Chris, hey, David, welcome. What we're going to do is go ahead and just, we're going to mess around with some stuff that we've been doing. We'll mess around with a little bit of the transportation issues, things like that. And just kind of get our city looking good. One thing I've been wanting to do is to definitely get this little neighborhood finished up right in here. It's kind of a office/industrial area. There's going to be like a couple of industrial buildings, and I want to put like mostly offices in there and stuff. And then over here, I think some business, office mix, and then like up in this little A shape right here, we'll have like a, just mostly businesses or something like that. So, yes, we did. Actually, what's funny is I tried to start a game called Sandland, which is made by the people, the creators of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Quest, the game Dragon Quest. And the Sandland, oh my god, I was so pissed off at that game. I will tell you right now, it could be a good game, but they take you out of the immersion of the game because they make you push the button every time you're having a conversation. So every single sentence that you're having with somebody, they'll be all, hey, how you doing? And you gotta hit the button. And you'll be all, fine. And you gotta hit the button. Oh, that's cool. And you gotta hit the button. So, what are you up to today? Are you gonna go down to town and go shopping? And then you hit the button and they're like, yes. And then you hit the button and you're like, oh my god, yes, just winging it today. And it got so frustrating because of that to me. Like I said, it completely kills. Yeah, it totally is. Like, and what's funny to me is that's not how I remember Dragon Quest ever playing. Like, I don't remember the cutscenes making you hit the button every single time. You had to play. You had to get into a conversation or something like that. So maybe I'm wrong on that. I'm just not thinking that long back. I haven't played Dragon Quest in freaking ages, so. But yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. After especially playing something like Baldur's Gate, where you go into a cutscene and that thing's just, it's like watching a little movie, you know what I mean? And then at the same time, you go into cutscenes for other games, like even Fallout, and you still have to have conversation in Fallout, but it's like the only time you have to hit a button is when you're choosing a reaction, you're to the sentence or whatever, and it absolutely mystifies me how a game this day and age has to make you hit a button for every single sentence. So, Witcher 3, I will definitely check that out then. I have heard plenty of good things about Witcher 3. Like, I'm not going to say anything bad about that at all, so. I've heard a lot of people like it. I also was thinking about Demon Souls, or what is this? One of the Souls games. I can't remember. Anyway. Today, right now, I have my glass. I got myself a little airplane bottle of Hornitos. I love the Hornitos Reposado. It's pretty decent. I wish I would have had one of the other ones, the more of a kind of white. Not the Reposado, but the Anejo. But just to see how I can incorporate it into maybe throughout the week or something. And we'll just switch up games throughout the week. Because I kind of want to do that once in a while. Like, I have been playing arcade Simulator, or not Arcade Simulator, Arcade something or other. I can't remember the name right now. It's a good game. I just can't ever remember the name of it. And you know why everybody was hyped for Cyberpunk. You know what's funny is I bought Cyberpunk. I played it for 2 minutes back in the day when it first, when everybody was having the issues. That's the only time I've ever put into it. And I've never played it since. And the funny thing is I have a I don't know where it is. I must have it buried right now. I have a commemorative, or not commemorative, but a Xbox controller for Cyberpunk. Because I was so excited for it. And then, with all the problems it had, I was like, we'll put it aside. We won't get into it right now. And then everybody says, it's a great game now. They've done so much to fix it. It totally fixed all the, maybe not all the problems, but people are enjoying it now. And I want to try it. I just have yet to do so. So maybe that'll be another one in the future. So, all right. One of the things we were working on last week was getting our monorail lines set up in here. And this is kind of a funky look right here because we had to get over all the freeways and stuff. But, sometimes you got to have a little funk to make it work. So there we go with that. That also was the start of getting our tram lines going and stuff like that. And I didn't quite get everything done with the tram lines, I remember. And so I was thinking one thing we could do today is I started the tram station all the way over here, along with a little bus station and stuff like that. Or not station, but you know what I mean, the depot. I think it's time we take those trams and we run them through our Umber Industrial Park here. Get people basically another option here. We're going to throw some buses and stuff in too, I believe, in the future. I want to try other options other than the normal stuff right now. So let's fix this issue real quick. Now let's go to the roads. We're going to find I think these are all 4 lanes in here. So I kind of would like to stick with a 4-lane, but we do have this one from Snowfall. That one's a good one. I was thinking of maybe the 2-lane with the tram track down the center. It's kind of nice. This one's got a median, but I think we'll stick with the 4-lane and upgrade. Let's check our zoning. We know how the bugs are on this. It's just you got a 4. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's coming from Mr. Rodini. He's got jokes today. All right. So we've got our... What the heck is that? Oh, it's a factory. That's right. So I guess we'll just come right down the side of this factory here. It's not going to change anything in here, it doesn't look like. So we get that. Let's come into the industrial, or well, I guess the office zone here. Let's go ahead and make this a circle through here. Get that done. I was kind of thinking about up to center there, but maybe not. I don't think it needs to go up to center. Until you get here, well... Oh yeah. I guess it would have to go up to center, because that's how it would hit that bridge to take people into this neighborhood. So... go ahead and upgrade this direction. Cross the bridge. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't dare change those other roads. I don't want the center road to have the track on it, so I'm going to take it all the way out. Again, make it a circle through here. The citizens, Sims, whatever you want to call them, they're always willing to walk any distance that they have to walk to get from one spot to the next. So if they have to leave a station, a stop, whatever, right here to go to this building, they'll do it. And so you don't always have to worry about being right in front of every building you want to have people be able to get to. Oops, wrong one. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I do want... I do think it'd be nice to have a tram... Oh, we can't have the tram go through here, because I can't upgrade these roads. Like, that wouldn't work. Never mind. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go look at something here. So this is like, you know, you get to kind of experience the thought processes today, see how I think about these things, and get, you know, some of this stuff pulled out of my head and onto the screen here, I guess you could say. We don't have anywhere. Huh. So they've got, those are the airport hotels, bus station, the metro station, the train station, and then the cargo terminal, blah, blah, blah. So there's no actual tram line coming into the airport. So we're going to have to create our own tram stop here at the airport, I guess. I probably figured this out before, but this is, you know, first time figuring out in this version of the game, or in this city, so. Also trying to stay hydrated today, along with my Hornitos tequila. I've got some Topo Chico mineral water. Topo Chico is one of my favorite mineral waters. It actually absolutely is. Like, I like that one and Perrier, like some of my favorites. So, all right. How do we incorporate then this into that without making too many just random things that we don't need here? Let me think here. So we've got that one crossing. We got a loop, across, a loop. I started to come back this way. It's not like we have to. Oh, I know. Maybe. Let's see here. What do we have as far as metro in this area? That's the closest. It's right there. And it's busy. It's somewhat busy. It's not the busiest, but it's somewhat busy. You can see a lot of people using it. So, what if we moved the station and we used the Metro Tram Hub with road? This is a 4-lane road, I believe. And we installed it like here. We'd have to move the track just slightly from its route as it stands. I think we should do that. I think that is definitely the way to go. We'll delete this. We gotta delete that. And that, obviously. I wonder, you know what? I want to make that a little more centered. Be a pain in the butt, but we'll try. It's not as centered as I would hope. I think that's going to be the best we get. Oh my gosh, it's actually pretty darn good. Alright, we're going to use that. Go back to our 4-lane, but we need to get our 4-lane with the tram on it. So it's going to be... I guess we don't have to worry about the bicycle lanes. Straight. Whoa, what is going on there? Oh. Son of a gun. fix that, fix that. This is going to have zoning on it. Nothing I can do about it. It sucks. Hopefully it doesn't hurt the buildings that are there, so. Let's then swap our 4-lane out. That one. Like that. Like that. Now, what I want to do is actually just going to repair that road back into a normal 4-lane. We'll keep the loop. We'll have the center line. But when it comes here, I think what we'll do is we'll change that back to normal, and then what we'll do is have the loop go through there, and that will be the station. So, and to make things work out a little bit better, what's always nice to do is take the path and just go like that. Now there's a path that goes through there. People can cross, go one way or the other, so that's going to work out great. They'll be able to go through the parking lot stuff, I believe, but we'll go ahead and do this. Like that on each side. We don't really have anything going on here that could cause any pollution, so let's go ahead and pretty this area up. Start with some trees, obviously, it's always a good choice. I think the better option is just go ahead and throw one of these setups on there. Try to spread out a little bit too. We got to stay away from that on the left. That is where we start getting to see pollution and stuff like that. So we'll get somewhat close, but not close. Probably about right there. Uh-oh. I think I put a couple inside the airport. I want to get rid of those. They're all growing on the... What we should do right there, just to have that little separation, is find the airport fence. There we go. That, and I guess it doesn't really matter on this side. We already have that sense of isolate or separation there, sort of. I mean, we could run stuff, but whatever. I think just there on that side will be fine. Yeah, that's looking good. Lots of trees out in the front there. Got the station. What we need to do now is go ahead and take our... Oops, wrong button. Go ahead and take our metro line, and we're going to take the tracks here. Go the freeform. And then I'm going to clean a little bit of that out. That way I can do this. I mean, once we back up, it's not going to have that jankiness to it, so we're good to go. And then this, what we need to do here, is take our line tool, and we're going to drag this stop up here, and that'll clear this out. Look at the train is trying to move now. That's so funny. Where are you even gonna go? Where are you even gonna go? I know what's gonna happen. It's just gonna disappear, but I think it's freaking hilarious. It's just like, yeah, straight into the wall. Oh. Alright, let's clean up the rest of this track out of here. There's all these people still underground that have not made their way back above ground, so that's their fault. Now you're all buried. Sorry. So there's the new station. That should be just fine. Let's go ahead, jump in here now, grab our tram. Yeah. Oh, we got a fire. Okay, so we'll create a new line. Oh, I put it on the wrong side. There we go. I wanted to go this direction to start with. And that's funny. Add stop right underneath there. I guess this last one isn't necessary. We'll just complete line there. Now, we've got the... Hold on. Let's go ahead and do a circle through here. Now, I want to connect the two. And I think the best way to do it Alright. I've got an idea. So I think the best way to do it is go ahead, upgrade the roads again. We're going to go ahead and make a loop. So there's kind of a loop back to the center road there, and then this side will go here, like that. Now, what I'm thinking is we'll be able to take... Let's just go on this side then. We could throw a stop in. And this one will come back and we'll make it stop here, but on this side of the street. Actually, you know what? Let's back it up. We're going to stop there. And then we'll add this in and connect it. Complete the line. So now we've got kind of a little back and forth now, and it still brings people over to the airport as well. So there's some good connections. I'm liking that. Now we need to get people through here, I guess is a good point. See, here's where I have to put a little more thinking into my process. Like, okay, obviously I had to bring the track across there to get the tram. Like, right, you see right there, getting to its destination. So how do I use this track through here to better service this area? So this is where I start thinking about this. And my thought process goes with, okay, maybe at this point, what we need to do is just go ahead and have a loop that goes through here somehow. So we can actually take and go back to our upgrades. I want the 4-lane. Where's it at? There it is. Upgrade. We'll leave zoning on. And I'm going to take it down this direction. We're going to change around the roads a little bit through here, so. I still have to have the road across there so those tram can get back and forth. We'll be able to connect in like a back and forth or something there ourselves. But I want to go up now and then bring it shit. So this is all airport road right here. See how it's all 2-lane and then it switches into the 4-lane over there? It's because it's part of the airport, so I can't update these roads. Son of a bitch. Okay, I can update this one though. That is a one-way. I want to leave that alone. Man, that flocked me up. All right. Man. See, and again, this is where that process comes in. I got to think about this now. Like, okay, we can't go that way. So how do I make this, again, versatile, useful? So, how about I really just need the one going through there, to be honest. And then I don't need this. So we're going to change this road back. Upgrade, make sure everything's proper. We're going to change this road back. Regular 4-lane. I have a different idea now. So what we'll do is we'll still try to have a loop go through there. Let's find the other stuff and change it around. Okay, so we've still got our main line. Now what I think what we'll do is we'll take the 4-lane, upgrade. Now we'll bring it across that street. I was trying to avoid having the 4-lane used as a place for the trams. I mean, really, that's honestly what I'm trying to do, is just avoid the 4-lane that tram. So we can come back across, do this, or we could cut it down. See, I didn't have to upgrade all these roads. I just wanted to make sure that I was kind of starting from zero at this point. So we come this direction. And let's go ahead and stick with the directional on there because we can do... I thought there was a directional tram. There we go. So we've got the directional tram on that one-way road there, and so that allows the tram to go through here, make a loop back, comes down this way. So what I think we should do now is go ahead, go back here, and it'll have to like share the track with itself here type of thing, but then come back up and allow, I mean, this is just our workaround for getting around the airport, so. Which kind of means we got to turn this into what I was trying to avoid for now, but that's fine. I mean, we have to have the trams hooked up. That's fine, that's fine. So, part of me wants to change that little chunk of Finch into tram line as well. And I'm going to do it, but we'll come back to it after I finish up with the making the route here. So 6-lane with tram tracks. We'll keep it to the side, the outside. We'll do this. Oh, shit, talkies. There we go. So it's got the tram tracks running. We already have tram tracks coming from that direction there. And I'm going to show you why I'm doing that in just a moment. So let's go ahead. We're going to finish up our line through here. So what I'm thinking is this one will have... Where do I want to get my start? We can start anywhere. Let's go ahead and start right there. Just have some basic... I'll probably put another stop right there. Right there. I think we'll put just... I know it's kind of close, so we'll put one in right there. I'm like, why won't it do what I want to do? I was not in the right spot. Okay, and there. Complete the line. Complete line. There we go. So there we've got a nice little loop. It just kind of crosses itself right there, but there's no stop in there, so it's not going to like harm itself within the stop area or something like that. So I think that should be fine. And that'll give them a little loop through there. And then what I was kind of thinking of at this point is you see I'm on there now, and I can add a stop. So I think what I'll do is get closer. No, a little bit closer. There we go. And just add a stop. And I think it did. Yeah, it did. Okay. And then we can go to green. It'll show the green blinking. It'll show the yellow blinking. So we have a shared stop there so that whoever's riding this tram can get off of the stop, get onto this tram that goes around, and then, of course, connect into this one if they need to. So we have those types of connections through there. So that way there isn't a ton of walking that has to be involved, and yeah, it works out. Now, we have all this area right here. What I've been thinking about is I want to take a spot right in here somewhere. Let's back out into the green and create a stop of sorts. Something that allows a loop back for this road right here from Cook Street coming from that direction. I want it to hit this point and be able to make a quick loop right around here somewhere without having to take like the full distances that are going through there. So I think what we'll do is we'll take our just basic tram track. That ain't gonna work. I was hoping it'll cross. That would have been kind of nice. So no, it would fit if it wasn't for that other road right there. You could have a spot. So okay, we won't do that. How about something more like this? Yeah, that's not too shabby. One thing is, let me look at something here. We wouldn't need this to be, it's all space already occupied. You ain't changing shit. There we go. Oh my god, no. No! Fine. I'll do this. Are you... Oh my god. Well, and then this type of stuff happens in that creative process. So, you know, you're trying to there we go. Trying to make it work out, and then it just wants to keep screwing with you. I like using the straight for this because then look it'll pop it out in a perfect little kind of 45 for you. So now we have our... I guess I wouldn't make it a turnaround now that I did that, would I? I am stupid sometimes. Yeah. Now that I think about it, that was supposed to stay track because it needs to be a turnaround right there. And what I was going to do is take this line... No, grab the line. I got two lines going through there, huh? I got a green and a yellow. Oh, the yellow goes down there. So anyway, we're going to grab... and throw the green in there. And then we'll throw the yellow in. They'll each get their own little spot, their own little stop in there, because what I'm going to do now is the one that'll be going over there to Umber is going to be on this side. We'll put a stop here. I know it doesn't really, like, help too many people, but from there, if they're going to go that direction, they can. And I think the best thing is just put a stop in there and to get it to loop around. It should do it itself. All right, cool. Complete line. There we go. So it's like, what, 2 or 3 stops on there. If we ever do anything in the future, we can obviously add more stops. It's just that gets people from the college area right there. There's 2 connections for them. All the way over here, Myrtle Heights, into Umber Business District. So I think that's actually a pretty good setup for our trams right now. I'm very happy with that. Oh, something made noise. Oh, we got a fire, too. Shoot. Alright. So, that's going to start popping out. Trams, look at that. Here they come. For some reason, these trucks decided to use that road. Hang on a second here. I want to keep everything other than the vehicles that belong on this road off of it. So my thought process is going to go here. Oh, we have a little thing there anyway. Okay, so let's go with get down to the fire, right? Let's go with where in the world is it? Heavy traffic ban. There we go. There's that. Heavy traffic ban, and I guess boost connections would work, but that's not what I'm looking for. I guess that's it. That's just the heavy traffic ban. Combustion engine ban. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Old Town. Oh, bans only residents. Okay, no, that's not what I'm worried about. So yeah, just the heavy traffic ban. That's all I needed right there. So we'll go with that. Heavy traffic ban. So that's good. That'll just hopefully keep anybody who's not a bus, a taxi cab, or a tram out of that road right there. That's all I'm worried about. So just a second here. Gotta rearrange my foot. I had it in the wrong spot. Sitting on it, kind of. And I'm going to sit on my other foot now, and we'll get it in the same, make it fall asleep too. All right, let's back out of our site here. Let's check things out. We've ran our tram line pretty good through here, I believe. Like, this has been a pretty good tram line setup. So at this point, what I want to do is possibly start throwing in some buses, because I don't want to take the tram line and go completely nuts with it, but I think what we can do is we go in here, the street choo-choos. I think we go in here and grab, there it is, bus. We've got a little bus depot over here and everything like that. I'm going to set up a couple of taxi spots too, but so what I want to do is, this is industrial zone through here. Obviously, people have to drive in, or they're coming in on other means, but they're still far from work. So what I want to do here is go ahead and get like a bus line that runs through. Let's just start it somewhere, get it running. We'll make a couple of bus lines. I was taught to only have a few stops, like anywhere between 5 and 7 stops is good on a bus route. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we'll complete that line. We'll do the same thing over here. We'll just start a new one. 1, whoa, 2, that's not what I wanted. 2, we'll go 3, come on, 3, 4, and 5. This one will actually get a 6th stop right there, and then we'll connect in. So we've got 2 bus lines that are just making a loop through the area that helps people get around that area. Now what we want to do is we're going to connect in a line that goes here. Come on, create a new line. There we go. Right across the street. Perfectly fine with me. There. Let's take a look here. Okay, so I want to take it down this direction. I'm trying to figure out the close. There it is. I have a bus station down here, so what I want to do is bring it down, and we'll go ahead and have a stop in this industrial zone. Come on, grab the spot I want. Holy smokes. Add a stop, and then we're just going to come straight back. We don't need to have any more stops on here. Just right on back, complete line. Now that brings everybody from this bus station up here into Umber Business Park, well, close to Umber Business Park, they at least get on these buses. And now what we're going to do is we're going to give a bus line that's going to take people kind of just a good little quick shot, a little route. Let's see, let's add it in right here. Put another stop in here. I don't want to get too close to the other one. I think that should be fine right there. We're going to bring it up this direction. Well, oh, it must have been saving or something. And I want to stop here at our, come on, at our combo station there between our metro and our tram. Then from there, it can actually just, you know, come back. We'll do a stop there. Bring it back down. And complete our line. So again, this just is like a kind of a key shape is the way I think of it. Just a quick key to the other routes, the other areas. It just gets them in those spots and then connects them back into this line here. So that's a good way to think of it. A quick key. Oh my God, yeah, we are. We just made over 300,000 citizens. Holy smokes. That's damn. We're getting so close to this. I want to break this city so bad. I want 1 million citizens, or I want to break this city so bad. Dang, thanks for making me notice. That's our goal. 1 million citizens or breaking the city. One or the other. We're going to get there. Let's give this a save really quick. I just feel like we should save it. There we go. Just a normal save, not the auto save thing it's got going on. So, all right. So we did some pretty good stuff with our transportation today. Let's take a quick look at that. I guess we could do this. It'll help because it shows all the other lines. So this is where we were just at. So we've got our bus lines, our 2 key routes, our 2 circle routes. We've got our trams making a couple of circles, connecting into the other stuff there. The only thing I kind of wanted to do is we are connected, but I almost want to take this bus line and put a stop in right there. It shifts it over. It comes off of the main 4 lane onto this small one, but it gives them a connection to that green line going back this direction, and this is the way I feel about it. I think that's just a good idea. It gives them a all right. David's celebrating too. Gives them a good connection to get back over to this green line, like I was saying, so we can get back this way. And what we're doing with that is we're connecting everything. You can get off of this bus at this bus station, get onto the bus, take it up here, connect in, get onto the tram line here, take the tram line over to this tram line, take this all the way back over here to the college to this loop, and then bam, you got 2 other lines. You can go to the college, or you can come down here into Hamilton Park and go watch a soccer game. So I think this is absolutely a great connection. We're looking good right now. I'm enjoying that. Like, that is a good setup right there. I'm glad that I had, you know, a lot of people teach or help, not a lot, but, you know, a few people teaching me, you know, a couple of these tricks and stuff like that, as far as the goes to make sure my traffic is settled down with these, or not settled down, but, you know, my traffic looks good. It helps out with all this stuff. Getting our public transportation in there. One of the reasons I want the public transportation is, do you see how many vehicles are coming through here right now? And there's not really a lot coming on and off the freeway, but for some reason there's still a lot of traffic through there. So I was thinking that if you look down here, we do have a lot of truck traffic, but if you look in there, we have regular vehicles. And so I'm hoping to kind of cut them out, just keep it strictly the trucks, delivery vehicles, things like that, and hoping that that'll help reduce the traffic load and everything like that. So thank you, David. I appreciate that. It's one of the things that I've been thinking about over the past couple weeks. Let's go in here and we'll take a look. We've got our traffic flow. We are at a 76%, which for a city of 300,000 people that is this massive, this is, in my opinion, I'm very happy with 76% traffic. Very happy with it. I can't say anything bad about 76% traffic when my main areas, these living areas like this, these are living areas all in here. And the traffic is phenomenal. You can get home without a problem. Now, come over here where businesses are. You know, are you going shopping? You're going grocery shopping, clothes shopping, trying to get to school over here, trying to get to work at the farm or the airport. Yeah, you're going to deal with traffic like any normal real-life situation in these areas, especially on-ramps, off-ramps at freeways, things like this. This is going to cause a lot of issues with traffic, and I am extremely happy with where we are right now at 76. Look at 77%. It went up a little. So that's why I wanted to focus on this and help out with you know, with the traffic by doing this, throwing these in there, getting these things set up and looking good. So let's see here. We've got Gladys, I think, already has a tram going through it. There we go. We got a tram. One thing that I was thinking of, since we are doing a little bit of buses here, is I want to make a bus route. It's going to take people from over here in Empire. Now I want to find a good spot in Empire District to start a bus route. Now I decided to go with bus routes over here versus like the trams and stuff because it's already pretty set up. And this is our, I believe this is our district for money, isn't it? Let me look. Yeah, there it is. This is our, you know, like our Wall Street or whatever they call it here, district and stuff. So I figured just the buses, the taxi cabs are going to be just fine through there. That was the other thing I needed to look at was our taxi cabs. Hold on a second. We need to put some stands out. Like that. I want to be careful and not like destroy too many businesses and things like that. I know there's spots I can get these thrown down without doing too much damage to anything in this area. So like there's a taxi stand there. That should be good. We get one over here somewhere without doing damage to anything. It would be nice. Guess there's a couple of small businesses we could take out. That's okay, I guess. We got the park here. Ooh, not bad, not bad. We'll do it right at the park. That's fine. But I think I want to do one down here. It's just, I don't really want to take out a lot of stuff, but maybe... yeah, something like that. That would work. We'll take that one out. We'll throw it down right there. And then on this side, I was thinking about one also. I don't know if that's going to work. That is... it wants to attach to it, so we'll... yeah, nope, never mind. Yeah, I was like, it wants to attach there, but I don't think that's going to work out right. I want to put this in here because we got all of our parking and everything right here. Walkways and stuff, but there's just so much going on. Can't be placed on that road. Oh, that's not the right type of road. You know, I think it's just going to damage too much of what we already have set up over there. I wish I could make that work, but yeah, I just don't want to harm anything on that side. I think we're good with that. I mean, we will add more taxis in, but we need to add in a taxi location on this side a little closer. So we're going to add one in over here. little industrial zone. I don't want to take out too much. So let's go down to the end as close as we can. By the bus station there, should be fine. Alright, looking good. Yeah, I gotta say, 76, 77% is amazing for a city like this. Now, again, we discussed this not too long ago, David, right? How, like, over 2 years. Now, we did have the other city going on at the same time, so technically a year, but we've been working on the city for over 2 years. And, I mean, it's massive. This is absolutely massive. I mean, bigger than anything I've ever been able to build on the original game. And it's just absolutely... I mean, every time I come back to it and I get in here and I look at it, I'm just amazed. I'm amazed that it's gotten this big. And on top of that, let's get in nice and tight. Look how well people are moving around, how well traffic is moving. Look at this. Over 300,000 citizens, this massive, massive 25-tile city that isn't done yet, and traffic is moving beautiful. On my PC, on the original game, no mods, nothing, I'd have like a building put down and traffic would be stuttering. I swear to God, my computer is an old pile of crap, but I'm so happy with this. I'm so extremely happy with the fact that this has finally made it to, this size. And it still is working well. It's working out great. And 77% traffic that's so damn awesome. So, all right, next, let's get back into here. We were just setting up some taxi stations and stuff like that. I wanted to get the bus line through here. So let's go ahead and find our bus. Where is it? It's down here at the bottom. Now, again, you want to stick with, really basic. Just kind of giving it 5 to 7 stops. There's 1, 2. Let's go up here by the station. 3. That should be good. 4. 5, we could do 6. Let's do 6 stops. 7. And we'll complete line, but then we could take this stop and we'll drag it over to right there. We'll widen that stop area up just a little bit down there, so we're not so close. So that gives us 7 stops. That connects them to the train station right there in front, which also would be basically, you know what? It's going to be 8 stops, but let's go ahead and give them another stop right there in front of the metro. It'll be fine. 8 stops. Oh my goodness. We're almost a third of the way to 1 million and still plenty of room for growth. I think we can do it. I am extremely hopeful of that too. Like, seriously, we're so close to 1 million citizens now. It's... oh my God, I'm hoping we get there. That has been my goal. It's been my goal since this game came out. Pardon me for a second, I'm gonna get a little whiskey here. It's been my goal since this game came out, is to get to that 1 million citizens. They're like, look, you got 25 tiles, you have, better abilities using the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. I do have this on the Series X also, I just haven't touched my Xbox in probably 3 years, to be honest. My parents use it all the time. My parents turned into the Xbox users, and I'm the PlayStation user now, so. It's funny, as I had to teach them how to use the controller, and now they're so proficient with it, and then I go to use the controller, and I'm like, this isn't a PlayStation controller, what do I do? Alright. Let's see here. We've got these blank areas I want to do some stuff with in the future too, so we're going to start thinking about that over the next week. Hopefully I get some time next week to actually sit down and just kind of screw around with the game, get some test time in, and think about things. So I'm not sitting here just flapping my gums and trying to make an episode out of me making stuff on the game. Only if the PlayStation can take it. That's right. I think that, you know, being a PlayStation 5, and I'm not saying this is like, this isn't the Pro. This was one of the first PlayStation 5s to come out on the market back when nobody could get their hands on them. I got lucky enough to get one. So this is one of the original PlayStation 5s, and I try to keep it clean. I think I'm going to take it apart in next week and clean out all the dust, give it a good cleaning. And it's been doing really well for me, knock on wood. I don't want my PlayStation to all of a sudden overheat and die. That would just be my luck. Yeah, it's been doing really well, and it does such a great job. I mean, look at the airplane is moving so dang smoothly right there. So on the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox, I don't think that this would ever make it to this size at all. So we're having some issues here, obviously, with death care. Let's look into this really quick. We do have our whole brand new setup over here for death care, yet for some reason it is like just not helping out enough. And then we have this setup over here too. So one thing I think we need to do is, because they do kind of tend to go towards what's closer to them, even if they have to take a long route, we should set up a couple of spots kind of in the center here, I think, with just some basic stuff. Let's go to our healthcare. We're going to use either... Where did it go? We got the Crematorium Memorial Park. That thing's freaking huge. Like, look at the size of that thing. It's massive. So we do have our Crypto Preservatory, which, if that was real science, I would be interested in that, to be honest. Like, crypto preserve me, baby. I'm all about it. So there's that option, but then for the smaller option, like, you can't use a cemetery without taking up a lot of space too. Like, that takes up a ton of space. So our smallest option is the crematorium. It works out just fine, and look at that. It's just a tiny little building. I don't want to use up any school space. It's kind of like, you know, I think that'd be kind of fucked up for the kids going to school to have a crematorium right next door to their classroom. So we shall put it, I think, somewhere in here. That's a good spot. It just sends vehicles out. It doesn't create a ton of traffic. So I think that's a good spot. That'll help out. And we need somewhere kind of in here-ish. In this area. What do we got? We got our... Oh, this is the Sorting Hat District. That should be mostly housing through there, but... Oh, that's right. I never put any housing through there because we have an elementary school. And we have the track right there, which creates noise, so I didn't want to put housing in there. So let's go ahead and add... See, Sorting Hat District doesn't have any issues, do they? No, we don't. We're not going to do it. There's a cemetery. I don't understand why they're having problems. But let's go ahead... Where can we put one without interrupting a lot of stuff? I mean, that one should help out a lot right there. You know what? I think here. Just right there. They can bounce out, get on this main road. That'll take them up this way, and they can get different places. It doesn't mess with any of my other areas. I think... Dude, Irish, you're back again as promised. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, dude, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you every time, man. That is awesome. Actually, cryogenic preservation is a thing. It's just insanely expensive, and we don't know how to retrieve them after a certain length of time. That is where I am with that. I do understand that, and that's why, of course, again, I would not subject my body to it quite yet. Because, yeah, it's a whole process of stripping your body of your blood, because your blood has water in it, which creates those ice crystals which puncture your veins and destroy your body. They replace your blood with the cryo stuff, but Then they got to replace that cryo stuff with blood again, right? And bring you back to life. That's the part. Yeah, you're right. They haven't like figured that out yet. And boy, oh boy, would I love to be Fry. I tell you what, I am interested in it. Don't get me wrong. I really am. Because at the same time, I think that cryopreservation, if we could figure that out, could help with space travel and getting to see, you know, crazy ass places in our solar system to turn into the future that so many people that are nerds think of with like Star Wars and Star Trek and things like that. Like that ability to travel through space and see things. Cryptopreservation is part of our way of getting there, I think. So I'm definitely interested. Definitely interested. All right, let's see here. So one of the other things I was mentioning earlier is this place in here. I'm just really sick and tired of seeing it blank. And what I want to do, we've got our hospital. We've got, I believe that's a police. We got our hospital. What is that? Oh, fire station. We got a police station. And that's a college. That actually is a college right there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, high capacity university. So let's go ahead and just take this little section of Franklin Park. We're going to go ahead and throw down businesses through here. I'm going to have a little bit of fun. We'll throw down some park pieces and stuff like that, like the ones that have little walkways, like the restaurants and stuff. I like using those, so we'll grab those in just a moment. So we get this set up in there. Let's go over here to the parks. I don't know if it's the restaurant or the cafe. I think the restaurant's the bigger one. So we want the cafe. It gives you a good option to like put it in there in different places and not like take up too much room. Perfect, right there. We got this tourist park. These always fit in nicely for, you know, whatever reason, just for areas like this. I'm going to try and get it in that right spot. Give me a second here. There we go. It makes it fit and look good. Ready to pass the hell out right now? So you're either tired or it's super hot. You haven't had your nap or it's super hot. That's what I'm guessing, Tim. Welcome, Tim. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I can tell you obviously have something going on. I'm not going to ask how you're doing. You know what? I'm going to leave it on that variation. I like that one. I like that one. That one's a good one. We'll leave that. We got everything else going in. One thing I want to do, since this is going to be all little businesses in here, let's go through... Whoop, not that tree, that tree. Add in trees. We'll add them through the school, too, because why not? All those blank areas just filled up, especially over here. Well, not completely over there. We got that industrial zone over there we don't want to screw with. This is the other thing I'm trying to break the game with. Like, how many trees can I drop? How many plants and bushes and rocks can we drop down before this game is just like, stop! Stop it! Oh, it's been a busy day. Oh, okay. So you had a lot of chores today, or you were working all day. One or the other. Something like that, huh? Or at least something like that, I should say, yeah. So, okay, so we've got that. I want up here... Let's look at something. So this is all homes up in here. Got our businesses, our homes over here, businesses, business. What I want to do is go homes through here. Other than that, that's just in a good spot. Sorry, anybody living next door to the crematorium, sucks to be you. You're making that choice at this point. And then over here, I want to do fill. And we're going to fill in a bunch of spots for businesses. We're going to just let it hit random. I'm just going to like rapidly hit. Work kicked my butt. Had to run to the front end of the line. Oh, dang. So it was a busy work day. Gotcha. So I'm going to do as many of these little business, like just random. I'm going to let it click, 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 click type of thing. Now, we'll come in here, we'll grab the offices, and what we'll do is we'll use the medium tool to just fill in. And that should grab offices, little spots for offices, and fill that area in, make it look really nice. One thing we're going to do, we're going to go to our parks. We're going to grab some parking lots. They count as parks, they count for happiness, towards happiness and stuff like that. And we're just going to throw a couple of them in a couple of small areas. Like I said, they count towards happiness. Oh, that's residential up there. I gotta be careful. One will be fine. It's again, it's a park. Then we've got, since we have the residential area up there, let's go ahead and do. I wonder with this one. No, it won't fit. Damn. That one? Nope, not at all. What other regular parks do we got? We got the dog park. I haven't done a dog park in ages. Let's put the dog park right next to the crematorium. It'll drive the dogs crazy, but it'll keep people from living next door to it. How about that? Dogs are like, why does it smell so good? Okay, that's pretty rare. That's screwed up. I'm sorry. My channel is called You Will Be Offended, so fuck off. Oh, shit. Alright. Stop having random ass thoughts. Let's get some trees in here. This is a good spot for some of these. These are just random blank areas that'll look good, getting filled in. See, today's turned into a useful day. Like, we've gotten areas that I usually never touch filled up with trees. We've got our routes going for buses and things like that, like I'll set up areas for buses and trams, and I got like one route going, and I'm like, oh, we'll figure it out later, and I never do anything. So I'm very happy. Today's been a useful, like, actually good day. We've gotten a lot of shit done, so I'm good with that. Get some trees in here. Oh, it still needs buildings to build up. I forget, this is a totally new area. I just added everything in. So, we don't need any residential areas either. Like, there's like the tiniest little dot for residential. Obviously, business just ate itself up as soon as I added all those new zones. And then, even though there's office zones, the industrial's like, no, actually, we need more, like, manufacturing. So, parking lots equals cars equals happy. Right. It has been a productive stream. Oh, it was by yourself today at work. Dang. I kind of like those days myself when I get to work by myself at work. Construction, it happens a little more often than not, depending on the job, so. Alright, let's see here. Let's back out. Let's take a look at this. Oh, yay! And I don't care. Alright, so all that should start filling in and looking good really soon, and that's going to help complete, like, the look of this edge of the city here along the freeway. I'm going to be very, very happy with that. Once it starts filling in and we get those buildings and everything like that, what I think we'll do is we'll come back and we'll fill in through here. In fact, you know what? Let's do it right now, because there's not going to be any buildings or anything in there. So let's go ahead. We're going to start. I'm going to stay away from where it's got this industrial crap pollution going on, obviously. But we'll fill this in. Let's get that tree's life saved, that tree. I mean, the thing is, we've got this whole area that I'm not going to place any buildings. There's a freeway right there. So let's make it look good. There's already trees and a river on this side of the freeway over here that we've made. Not, I mean, what? That was like half a year ago when we made that. So let's add some grass in there. Well, what's going on? Bushes. Oh, the strength. I was messing with the strength. I'm like, what do I push? A couple of bushes on this side, might as well. As long as they don't go into the water. I hate it when I'm planting bushes and they like land in the water for some stupid reason. Kind of like right there, but it's right on the edge, so I think that's okay. I think that should be fine. All the stuff that I planted under the water, I did on purpose there, so. Alright, this is looking good. We got this area here off to the side of Franklin Park that I did forget about. And what we're going to do is we're going to throw in some small, you know, I think let's go ahead and just make this mostly offices over here. Just be an office zone, and then we're gonna go ahead and grab there we go, financial districts. I want to grab a bank and possibly use this area to put it in. There we go, because look, it covers a lot of business there, so bam, we'll use that as a spot for the bank. And we're so close to getting the skyscraper bank. We have to go mess with our stock exchange. Hold on, let's go check that out. But yeah, I wanted the bank in there. I think it's a good spot for it. This should all grow up really good, so let's leave it alone. Well, let's go check out our stock exchange here. We need, bam. Oh, we got a lot of money. We got a lot of money we can make right now. Look at 3 million from greasy gasoline. Sell. Chirper crypto, almost 2 million. Let's sell that. Let's go. I mean, we've made a little gain on these. They're small gains, but let's go ahead and sell for the now and see if. I don't think it's going to increase my industrial or my zone yet, but we'll look. Nope, not yet. Not yet. So let's take a look at this. Oh, wait, I can upgrade? Are you fucking with me right now? Oh man, I can still upgrade even more. Oh, look at that, there's the Scrooge McDuck tower, level 5. We've got a gain there. Let's find everything that's red. I usually like to buy the red stuff on this side. Buy anything in the red, because the game's going to make it green. Like, what am I wasting my time with? Like, I don't need to buy anything that's going green right now. There's no point. We'll wait. Now, the one thing I was trying to do was see if we can get that damn building. And there it is. Skyscraper Bank. Look at this thing. It is huge. We're going to get rid of this one. And we're going to add in our Skyscraper Bank, which, like I said, it's huge. It takes up a lot of property here. But check that thing out. That thing is awesome. Big old giant bank building. Let's call it a Citibank building. Or Bank of America. I don't know what you got in Europe, but it's a giant bank building. Alright, we've got that down. That's cool. I didn't realize I was so close to getting the Skyscraper Bank opened up. I just had to mess around with it for a minute there. We got these small ones, which are great for areas like Hamilton Park here. And we should add one in. So let's find a good spot for it. Right here looks perfect. Everybody's got a bank over here. Let's add one down here. You know what? It doesn't quite fit the area, does it? we'd have to put like 2 banks in. So what can we do with it's going to look off though, I think. Well, maybe not. Some of the other buildings are just as tall. Well, shoot. All right. Let's add in a bank up here then. Oh, right there. Perfect. We bought the building, turned it into a bank. Nice. Okay. Let's see here. Man, I got so many zones out the city I should be putting banks in. I could be raking in the dough right now, just raking it in even though I have infinity cash. The other thing is I was thinking about for this area we just finished up, Franklin Park here. We need to put in a conference hotel. No, it doesn't like it, huh? How about city hotels? Yeah, it does like that. But it's just so big. So how about then, I just want some hotels, so small hotels will fit. Almost, maybe. Oh, here's a good spot, right next to the road. That'll work. You can see it off the freeway. There's a hotel there, you know. Budget hotels. There we go. Throwing in there. Don't want too many. I just want a couple. Like, I'm thinking of kind of like my local area where we got some hotels for people who are coming into the area for work or business and stuff like that. You know, you don't want a lot of huge hotels. That's what I was kind of thinking the conference one, but at the same time, it is a huge. The city one. That's this one, right? No, I didn't do that. That's a small hotel. I didn't do a city hotel, did I? Primrose. Guess I didn't. Whatever. Alright. Well, let's see here. Let's back out. Hide. This city is so damn amazing. Music is perfect for this little scene right now. Where are we at? Hold on. Where are we at? 307,000 citizens. Look at the size of the city of Foosha, and we are not done so far. This side of the river, I mean, yeah, I don't think we're gonna be doing very much on this side of the river until we come back to this zone. But I'm really sure that this side of the river is at its point of just continuing to grow, and we just need to watch it and make sure that it stays healthy, you know? However, this side of the river, we've got so much room for growth. We got all this room over here. We're not messing with the Beltway Park. Remember, this is a park. This is our preserve, whatever you want to call it. This is going to stay trails in the way it is, but all over here is going to get built up. We're got a lot going on, or in my mind, planned out. We've still got so much room over here. Like, all of this is going to be high rises and everything like that mostly, so we're going to have a lot of people moving into this area over here as well. The goal of 1 million citizens, I still feel, is within a grasp. Within grasp. It's there. It's so close. We can do it. It's just a matter of making sure we do it right, and we continue to use these areas up in a manner that is going to allow the maximum amount of people to move into these areas as possible. And still, at the same time, I don't want to, like, just housing. We want to have fun. We want to have our schools. We want to have our businesses. We want to have, you know, stuff like this, our little death care zones, our health care zones, things like that. So, I mean, it's coming together. It's looking good, and I'm excited. I'm hopeful that the future of this is going to really create that goal of 1 million citizens or breaking this damn game, one or the other. So, everybody, thank you so much. It's been a great day. I'm not sure where to go at this point. I'm just kind of rambling, and I feel like it's a good point for us to stop, take a good look at the city, and just call it a day. We're going to get out of here. We'll be back next week on Sunday to do more with City Skylines here. Have some fun in Foosha. Oh, we got another fire. Let's shoot in over here. Take a look at it. Have some more fun in City Skylines in the city of Foosha. And again, continue towards our goal of 1 million citizens or breaking this damn game. And until then, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you all. You've been amazing. You're all awesome. Today seems like I actually had a pretty good amount of viewers, and I appreciate you all. So if you would do me a favor, throw a like down, throw a comment down, something. Let me know you were here. I'd appreciate it. And until next week, thank you so much, and I will see you next time.